Absolutely. And it's, unfortunately, there's such an imbalance in um, for a large majority of people to access really good
Access
food,
care. Yeah.
really good care,
Hmm.
availability of really good care. We drive 3.5 hours because um, I have not been able to find a veterinarian here. And I've gone through 5 different veterinarians.
Wow.
I have been blown away. And I have caught, like, even the euthanasia process with both of our pets, 2 different veterinarians, 2 different situations. I called Dr. Masters up after Troy and I was like, what the fuck is your protocol? Because I've never experienced anything of what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Blown away. Like, even that most basic um act of kindness, if you will, that we can give our pets to take them out of suffering,
Yeah.
was just like even more traumatic, because of, I don't know why. Like why isn't everybody following your protocols? I don't understand. Um
I think it's hard, and it's not an excuse for the veteran. I started in the veterinary profession in 1993 as public education director for Chicago VMA, and then went on to become executive director. I think people just don't know how to deal with it. I truly believe that, and I think there needs to be so much more education out there for
mhm,
pet loss, for bereavement, I mean, there's so many things that we
absolutely.
need to do. Not we need to, we must.
Yeah,
I guess do a better job. We have to.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
it's not an option.
no, and this is part of it. And also, you know, what you're doing with your 501c3 with
Mhm.
MOOSES March is incredible. And I want to talk more about the testing. And for me, for what we do with our dogs is we do that preventative yearly. Let's get a baseline of blood work
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
everything, not just the CBC, but thyroid, all that stuff, right?
Right.
Can people say, hey, let's add this other test? Is it a blood test? Like, what is it? Talk about it.
Absolutely. So Volition Veterinary has worked with, and it's been peer reviewed. They have a simple blood test, which is called the NUQ test. And what that does, it finds the biomarkers for the nucleosomes for pet cancer. And I believe that it's 98% effective. So when you're doing your wellness examination, they take out about 0.25 milliliters, a little bit more blood. And then if that lab is not present or they don't have the specific lab,
Mhm.
they'll send that off and they'll get the results back either immediately within about 15 minutes or within the next day. And then they can determine the biomarkers for pet cancer. And that can be for lymphoma, it can be for osteosarcoma, a number of different cancers that they'll be able to detect to see if there's an imbalance. And then with that imbalance, what they will do is they'll do another test to further test it. But at least this gives you a determination or a biomarker or like like a marker that says we're seeing something here. We're noticing an elevation here. Let's do another test. And I
Mhm.
think that that's so important because it is part of a wellness examination as well. And I think that when you look at that, how important that is. There's also another organization called Oncotech, and that is it is a urine test which consumers can purchase online, and they can get the it's a urine collection. It's sent directly to their home. They collect the urine and then they send that off, and then the test comes back with a positive or a negative. And we firmly believe that if a positive comes back on that urinalysis or that what's been sent off, that collection sample, then that will prompt that pet owner, that pet parent to go see their veterinarian. There's so many other organizations right now that are coming up with tests from Pet Preferred Diagnostics to PhytoCure to EpiPause, Adrian Bill. I think there's so many people focused on that now and saying, what can we do? Because we need to do something. But on that note, I also want to just do not a disclaimer, but to say it's important that it be peer reviewed, that it be a valid test. And because we know the internet, we know there's a lot of things out there right now from, Dr. Google. And I just encourage anyone to do the research, and especially within veterinary medicine and within the category of pet cancer, to do your research and make sure that anything that you're doing, make sure that it is peer reviewed. I know IDEXX is coming up with a new test right now as well. So I think just like pet cancer is not exclusive, we at MOOSES March are not either. And we work with anyone and everyone. And so I think it's important to say that, because it's early detection and it's the health of your pet. And, we're a Swissness.
Right. And it's like, you have a dog in the fight, but you don't have a dog in the fight, and that you're not benefiting financially from just one particular company.
You're not.
Type of thing. It's like, hey, let's get all the companies in that are reputable, that are going to do the studies, that it's peer reviewed, it's evidence-based.
Absolutely.
So we can show the progression. We can show, yeah, it's working, and this is why this test works, and this is what it can do.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
That to me, that is like real transparency. Like, your heart's in the right place. You're like, we have to find this stuff out to find out we can help everybody. We
do. Yeah, I think it's easy to align yourself and but I think it's more important to do the right thing and to make sure. Yeah. So, and we just introduced our Moose approved badges. We're super excited about that. I don't know if I know, are they super cute?
Oh my God. I was like, what are these badges? They're adorable.
No, I know. So I know, we were so excited about it. So what we did was, we know that there are many dogs out there right now that have been diagnosed with cancer, right? And so we want to make sure that we're able to help them out. So our team decided that we were going to try to have a Moose approved badge. And so we have everything from cancer comfort or cancer-free comfort to wellness warriors, feel good favorites. We have, you pulled it up. I love it.
Badges.
Yeah. So we have badges. And so our website, you'll be able to click that cancer-free comfort, and you'll find all the companies aligned with that particular badge. That we're going to be looking to get Moose approved on organizations and retailers throughout the country, to let people know that their organization is Moose approved. And I am super excited about this, because early detection, we are focused on that. But what about those that we just talked about, those 6 million dogs in 2023 and 2022 that were diagnosed with cancer? How can we help them? Right. So we wanted to do something that could really help the pet parents and those. And so we have different criteria that, from a holistic standpoint, from a clean, just like we were talking about with the toys, are they free of dyes? Are they free of toxins? What type of ingredients are in here? Food. What about the food that we're feeding? There's so many incredible food companies like Papa Bob and Farmer's Dog. They're really focused on that. I think there's even an organization called Get Joy that now created food because his dog got cancer and wanted to be able to help those pets with cancer. And we're just there to spread the message of understand what you're purchasing. Yeah. Understand about the health of your dog. Understand, just like you and I, if we are in the shower, we may do a breast self-examination. We may prostate, are we doing this for our pets? Are we doing this for our dogs? Am I giving my dog am I looking for bumps and lumps?
Mhm.
Am I looking for any signs? We just want people to be prepared, because by the time we found out, by the time you found out,
It was so
it
too late. I
it's
mean,
too
literally
late.
over a year.
And
No bumps, no nothing, zero anything.
but you thought it was something else
I thought it was,
related to,
I
yeah,
thought it was anal glands.
and a glance. Yep,
Yeah, I just
scooching,
really
boots,
thought,
scooting, boogie. Yeah,
right. And it was just like insanity.
yeah.
And I can't wait. When we're taking our new puppy over to see Dr. Masters, and
Oh,
can't wait to tell him, like, listen, you need to know this is this, and this. So if you, and he's brilliant and stuff, and it's like he's going to be like, holy crap.
yeah, it's available. And I think the thing is, it's new. So I think we've been talking about it for going on 2 years
I'm
now.
sure he's probably started doing it.
Yeah,
I really am.
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Many
I don't doubt
veterinarians
it at
have.
all. I don't doubt
Right.
it at all.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be interested. I'd definitely be interested. But also, so for your audience, if they find that they would like to apply for a free pet cancer test,
Okay.
all they need to do is go to the website. And if you scroll up on that website, you'll
Okay.
see about how to get help.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to hit that get help, go to Catch Cancer Early, request your
Okay.
test, hit that, and you
Yes.
can say, how can they get help? Fill out the form below.
Right.
So
They fill
they
out this
can,
form, right?
and then we'll send them a pet cancer test. We're going to contact them. We're going to put them in touch with someone. If there's not, access to a volition veterinary test or a veterinary clinic in their area, we're going to get that test for them, and we're going to help them out. We're also going to be having have questions, get answers. We're going to be having our team of our experts be able to answer questions on early detection, on pet cancer test, and we're going to be answering those. We have a pretty amazing, incredible board, and I'm going to give a beautiful shout out to Tom Butera, the CEO for Volition Veterinary, Becky Mosser, who's with NAVTA, and an incredible Kristen Werman, Dr. Rand Van Pelt, Dr. David Levy, Gina Dial, and we just, and Dr. Yeah, I think that was it. There's like a, yeah, probably leaving somebody out there. I apologize if I have, but just an incredible group of people that are part of our MOOSES March board, and we're uh, so incredible to have them. And then also, I do want to mention to you, this November, we're having our second annual I Would Walk Forever for pet cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And so more details are going to be coming up about that soon. But you can create a team. You can do a virtual walk. All you have to do is walk 5 miles. You can do that in your house. You can do that walking back and forth to the mailbox. If you get a glass of wine, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
But it is. It's
I
so
saw that.
it's a great way to get together. Come here, and I think you can see Virtual Walk
Yeah,
2025, and you
right
can go to
there.
that.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be walking virtually, and then they're also going to be available in cities where we're going to have people having teams that will be available. They can, the cost is $35, and they can join. They get a great swag bag. They get MOOSES merchandise, and it is just so much fun. And get your teams involved, get your friends involved. But we are going to march for more memories and more time with our pups.
That's awesome. So would they just go here to the virtual walk, and how you can help, and it's under virtual,
Yeah, absolutely. They can go to the virtual walk,
click
and
join.
click join now, join us, and you'll see more details coming soon.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it.
Yeah,
So let me ask you some specific questions. Let's go
absolutely.
back to the test. We talked about that, this is a test that people can apply for. And what if I filled out that form right now, and I've got my puppy, Tony, he's like just about 5 months old, and he has nothing going on with him. but I submit that to you. What is the process? Tell the people what the process is. What are they going to get
Sure.
from filling out that form?
Well, you're going to get a conversation with one of our experts, and we're going to be talking to you. We're going to be finding out more information. Any dog over the age of 7 years old should be getting tested for cancer. We're going to ask you about warning signs. We're going to ask you some questions, and we may send you a test from Oncotech. We may send you to a veterinary clinic that may have the Volition veterinary test available within your area. Yeah, we're going to make some determinations from our veterinary team here and understand a little bit more, or we may just send you a veterinary test from an early detection test, right?
Okay. So say your veterinarian does offer that test, you can just get that test through them.
Yes, correct.
Okay? And
Correct.
whoever they use, whichever company.
Correct. And Mrs. March will pay for that test, and we'll pay for we'll pay for not only the test, but the result coming back as well.
Oh, like, so even through your veterinarian, if you couldn't afford that test, somebody could apply through MOOSES March.
That is correct.
Excellent. That's very important for people.
Well, I think it's important. I was from a very when I was CEO for Paws Humane Society, I was in a very underserved area in Georgia, and the finances weren't there.
Right.
But just because I don't have the finances shouldn't prohibit me from access to care. It shouldn't prohibit me from knowing more, understanding more about pet cancer, or even disqualifying me from a pet cancer test. And I think that's really important to note, because everyone is deserving of care, no matter their income, no matter where they live. Our pets are our lifeline. Absolutely. And I think that's one thing that when I saw so much being in Georgia, and I saw how important those animals were. And if we could have saved one more life, we would have done our job.
Right. So, absolutely. Yeah. I think outreach to the community is incredibly important. So important. And to reach not only maybe underserved communities, but also people who they may not know about a specific test or a health problem, or just not have that information, and so I think it's really important for people like me and for you to continue to, get the message out and give back to the community in whatever way we can,
I could not agree with you more. And I think that we don't do this for the that's Mr. Frank.
Who just video bombed us? Who just did that?
That was Mr. Frank. I don't know where he went.
It was like, hey, and
I'm out of here. I'm going to go in here now. Yeah, that's Mr. Frank. Yes. I know. He's hilarious. I had a beautiful friend of mine who as you know, here in the area of Florida, we're in the middle of deportations. There's a lot of deportations going on, and there's a lot of dogs being surrendered. We are in an animal welfare crisis. I do want to say that. And so if you're considering getting a dog, no matter if you're saying, listen, I really want this breed or whatever it is, to check your local animal control, your animal shelter, and or even breed rescue groups, because dogs are coming in so fast, so hot, and fast and furious here. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So again, lots going on here. So that was Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank is spoiled, and I want to share something with you too.
Please do.
I lost Moose in 2022, and I could not get a dog for a long time. I think I couldn't, just because I felt guilt, and I felt that I was going to somehow not honor him by getting, or I was going to lose the memory of Moose and I want to say that the loss of a dog, it doesn't end the memories. It actually, you're creating new memories and you're creating more love. And what I call, or Dr. Nancy Corrado, who's a beautiful psychologist, a pet psychologist, talks about the love bank and how we keep refilling that love bank. And the love for another dog actually helps fill that up. And then it makes the love more valuable that I had for Moose. And yeah. And realizing what a great dog Moose was and what a jerk this dog is.
Yep. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Damn
It is.
hell.
Oh my gosh. It has been a delight to talk to you. I just want to thank you for just taking the time and having the space for me and Mrs. March and getting the word out there. And I am available if anybody wants to have a conversation. I love to connect with people. And I think the more that I put myself out there, the more people know about us and about Moose, the more of an impact we're going to make and the more lives we're going to save.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know,